Hi guys, Sanji Bells, my fairy treasures. Okay, so we're back, you guys, with part 2. Part 1, we did all of the mixed media collaging. So if you want to see how we got to this part, watch part 1. And I'll attach part 1 onto the end of this. And I think we're going to be able to finish up this whole art journal / junk journal layout. Okay, so remember we had this pocket right here? And it's going to go over here. But on this side, I'm going to show you. These are gussets. And when you put these gussets in, instead of just laying this flat, you can stuff more things into it. So let me show you really quickly. And I'll show you how to create these gussets too. Let me just do this. And this is double stick tape that's on here. You guys, I get my double stick tape from Dollar Tree. And it works fabulously. So I always try to keep somewhere between 5 and 10 on hand. They pretty much always have it in the craft section, but sometimes they don't, and I can't live without double stick tape. And a lot of other places at the craft store, it costs a lot more than $1. Well, now $1.25. It costs a lot more than that. So okay, so what we want to do, let me just see something, if I want to do it on the outside or on the inside. Yeah. Okay, so now this is what we have here, okay? So the way I put this on here is the same way you will attach this one here, see? And how you'll attach that one there. So I think you guys got that, okay? So we need to take all the tape off and stick it down here. Now, sometimes, depending on what you've used, because we do so much mixed media, you may have to, if this doesn't stick well, most of the time it does, but if it doesn't, just use some hot glue, okay, if something comes off. Most of the time, though, it'll stick really good with this double stick tape. Before I do that, I just want to just get that edge right there. Let me get a Stabilo. Just a second. Is this my Stabilo? Yeah, it is. All right. Let me just move this up. And the reason I want to do that is just we'll finish this off at the top really well. I do this to even on all the sides of that. So I'm going to go all the way around with this Stabilo. Let me move this up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, just making sure you can see. Wet your finger with a baby wipe or your own DNA, whichever one you want to do. And right now, because I don't have a baby wipe, I'm using my DNA. Smear. And then you want to smear. And this puts a nice little border on here. And it just looks so much better. It like finishes it off. Okay? See how much nicer that looks? It just finishes it off. Okay, you know, I need to get a baby wipe out. I probably should have got the baby wipe out before I use my DNA. It don't matter. You can also use a water brush. That's another thing you can use on something like that to give a little smearing. Is that a technical term? Smearing? All right. So let's go ahead and take the tape off of here and get this down, and then I'll show you how to make the gussets themselves. Now that you know how to apply the gussets on here, and that's how we're going to put it all together, okay? I love this because it's like we're art journaling and junk journaling at the same time. Because I love both. I love to art journal and then I love to junk journal. And I was just art journaling and not junk journaling. And then I thought, wait a minute, I could mix the two. And so I'm trying to get more people aboard Mixing the two. I think they'll love it. Especially people who junk journal, who've always wanted to art journal. Well, now you can do both. Okay, so I took that off of there. We're gonna glue that on there. Not glue, stick it. Okay, now let's take these off of here. And I'm just using this little, whatever. There was another piece to it, and it used to be like little clamps like this, and it broke off, and I thought, ooh, that'd be a good little sticky tool to use as a little scraper or a little, you always need these type of tools when you're arting or crafting. Okay, so now we got stickiness everywhere. So this is what this looks like. Okay, and now this can go over here. And like I said, if it doesn't stick and it starts coming off at all, just use some hot glue, okay? But like I said, most of the time it sticks really nicely. It's just sometimes because we do so much stuff with mixed media, sometimes you'll put something down and it doesn't want to stick to it. Look how nice that looks. And now, look, we have that pocket and it has a nice little gusset. See? All right, so we have a nice little pocket there. All right, so the next, oh, I was going to show you, I was going to go right to making marks, because that's really what I wrote in the title. But let me show you how to make, let me move my book, show you how to make those little gussets. What you're going to do is you need to have a scoreboard. This is a great thing to invest in. I would definitely get one. They're probably about 30 bucks, so use a coupon like a Joann's or Michael's or something. Every inch, you take your little score, and every inch you want to score. So I'm doing it every inch. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch, 7 inch, and 8 inch. Okay? And you're all done with this. But having a scoreboard, as a crafter or arts person, you definitely need to have the scoreboard. That thing is fabulous. Okay, so then what you're going to do is see the lines. Okay, every 2 lines you're going to cut. Not every line, every 2 lines. Because then, see how you have that scoring right there in the middle? You're able to fold just like that. Okay, so now these are your little things, your little hinges. Hinges are what these called. So now you have hinges, and you can put them and apply them just how I showed you. Okay, so that's how you make the hinges. Okay, so you have a gusseted pocket. Okay, and so now I have all of this. I'll just put this away. I have a whole bunch more that I've made too, see, that I've been cutting up and working with. So I have a bunch of hinges here that I can make gusseted pockets. Also, when you're going to attach flips in the book, in your book, you can also use this to attach the flip. Okay, so these are great for the flips too. Okay, so we got those. Let me just put those over here. All right, let me bring my book back in. And so now we're going to do some mark making. So the first thing with the mark making we're going to do, let me just get some of this stuff put away. Let's do some stamping. Now, mark making isn't just about you making the marks yourself. It's also, oh, there we go. It's also, there's a lot of different ways to make marks. You can do stamping. So we're going to do several different things to make marks. Okay. Let me get my water out of the way. All right, so we have one of my favorite stamp pads, sepia. And let's just do some mark making here. You know what? You guys know I love a cross. So we're going to put the cross right here. Nice. And I see another place for the cross. Let's put a cross here. Right in the middle. I will see if this wants to stamp well or not. I don't have a... Okay, good. This side over here is not as solid. Oops. It's not as solid as this side, because this side has, you know, a more flatter surface. Let me see if I can... There we go. Sorry about that. I hit my camera. Okay, let's do some more stamping. You guys know I love a watch face, so let's do some watch faces here and there. Nice. And do I care about a perfect stamping? No. So do not worry about it if your stamping isn't perfect. I could care less about that. Oh, I love this. This is from Patti, TOLLEY, PARRISH. She sent this to me, and it's Asian writing. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? We'll stamp that right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll do that right over the Kokopelli, which I think will look really, really cool. Fabulous. In fact, let's just do this whole area with this. Fabulous. All right, can we do this over here? Let's just do a little bit right here. Nice. That looks cool. That's just kind of showing up there. We'll go, and I'll bring the camera in close when we're all done so you can see. And what's fabulous is just layer after layer after layer. Okay, so this is the first layer of our mark making is with these stamps. What else did I pull out? I pulled out this key. I love that key. Let's do this key. I'm going to put it right down here at the bottom. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay. This book is so big, it's just sometimes hard to keep it. Sometimes hard to keep it in frame. Put this little key right here. Oh, very cool. All right, and then what else do we have here? I didn't pull a ton of stamps today. I just pulled out a few. I have this ruler. I love it. Let's put the ruler right there. I just put a bunch of my stamps away, so I was trying not to pull out too many more stamps. I just had a ton of stamps out and I just put them away, so I was like, God, you need to chill out with the stamps. So I'm just putting this ruler right on the edge of the page here, which I think looks really cool. Fabulous. Okay, so I think we're going to be good with that. You know what? One more thing. I have my favorite calligraphy pen. You all know how I love a calligraphy pen. If you've been on my channel, you'll be like, we know, Angela, we know. Cool. I put calligraphy pen right there. Very cool. Don't want to put a clicker pin anywhere else. I gotta put something over here. Let's keep going with this here. Very cool. Fabulous. All right. Love that. I pulled out so many ink pads and I just used the same ink pad for the whole thing. Crazy. Okay. All right. I have a script stamp, but I'm not going to use that today. I like the way this looks. So we're going to leave that. Okay, so that's our first layer. So you could just stop right there, okay? We just did a bunch of stamps, and that's a good way to make marks. Now, let's actually make marks by hand, okay? I always have my favorite tools. I have two different things of my favorite. These are my favorite tools are in here where I use on a lot of stuff. And then I have another thing of my favorite tools, just so I don't have to go through everything all the time. So, makes it a lot easier. I don't want anything else. What is this? Okay. All right. That'll work for that. And let me get out another ink pen, a black ink pen. I gotta test it out over here. Okay, this one's good. All right. I like to go with colors so everything melts into the background. So I have black. This is black. This is black. This is black, this is brown, another shade of brown, gold, and then rose gold. And all this will mesh right into the background. Okay. What is this? Here's another pen I might use. And here's another gold that I may use. Okay. All right, so let's make some marks. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I love to do algebraic equations. So let's do some algebraic equations. So what you can do is you can go online and you can just download a page of algebraic equations and then put it in one of these plastic sleeves. I call them my little cheat sheets. And most of the time I like to use a black pen like this with it. So let's just do some algebraic equations here and there. Like I'm going to do one right down here at the bottom. Is this pen gonna work? Okay, it's working. 4b minus 24 divided by y minus 1 over... This pen isn't working that great. Let me see if I can get another one. That one's too thin. I got a lot of pens, so just a second. Let me just find one that's working and one that I like. All right, I think I like that one better. Okay, then I have y minus 1 over 4b minus 24. Okay, there's one here. I'm going to bring the camera down so you guys can see everything we've done so far in just a second. Where else can we put one? You know, let's do some algebraic equation this way. So it's going to go like that. N minus 1. You know, let me just turn my book. N minus 1 over 12n to the second minus 30n divided by y minus 2 over 12n to the second minus 30n. And I've said this before. I got this idea of putting algebraic equations in my art and using it as like mark making. I was at Hobby Lobby and I seen a picture of Einstein, and in the background it was like a black chalkboard, but it had all of these algebraic equations, and I thought, oh, that's a cool mark making for the background. So that's how I started doing this. So I came right home that day, and I've been putting algebraic equations in my artwork. I've always thought it was really cool. 45n to the second minus 45b to the third divided by 3b to the second over 20n divided by 20. Okay. We'll do one more somewhere. We'll do one more here. Right here. Let's do a long one. Let me wipe my glasses off real quick. Ooh, it's amazing how much you can see when your glasses aren't all smudged. 9x divided by 90 over x to the second divided by 12b divided by 36. All right, so there's some algebraic equations that we've done on this page and this page. In fact, I'm gonna bring the camera in so you guys can see. See that algebraic equation right there? And then some of the stamping. There's more stamping, more stamping. Okay. Just trying to get you guys. Okay, there we go. And I can bring this in close so you guys can see. More stamping, more stamping, stamping. Algebraic equation right there. You can see it. We did another algebraic equation here. More stamping, stamping. And then you can see that ruler that we did right there. Okay? So, there we go. Just making sure you guys can see everything I had. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's what I need to do is bring my camera up. There we go. All right, next, let's do some more, mark making. Okay, also I like to use Roman numerals for mark making. So again, Google Roman numerals. So what do I want to use for the Roman numerals? I think I wanted to really show. I'm going to use my ink to quill pen. This is like using like a calligraphy brush pen with ink like this. Sometimes I'll do this and I'll use one of these kind of pens and then I'll dip it into some black ink. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to use this without that. All right. And actually, I don't want to use this pen for that. I might use a Sharpie. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Cool. How cool that looks. So we did that over there. Do we want to do that over here at all? No, I think we're good over here. Okay, another mark making thing is, I love, these are all these different Asian symbols. Again, and this one I laminated, but you can just throw them into the plastic sleeves. Now, I am going to use my ink to quill pen for this. This is by Jane Davenport. I love it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so I'm going to put some Asian symbols over here. Now, does it have to be perfect? No. You're just getting a rough idea of how to do the symbol. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. This just gives you a little roadmap of how to do these. And then you can take a little creative license yourself. That's what I say. Okay. I have another one of these pens. This one might be the one that's kind of going out. Let me see if this is the one that's better. Oh yeah, this is better. Okay. Very good. We'll do one more here. Okay. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet. I'm just focusing a little bit. Okay. Look how cool that is. Isn't that just so neat? I just think it's neat. I think it's neat. We're going to put another Asian symbol down here of some sort. Let me look and see. I want to try to find one that's not too difficult. None of them are super difficult. Well, some of them are a little bit more difficult than others. I just want to find, let's do this one. I just want to find one that's not going to take me forever. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay. Very cool. All right, so let me see if I want to do any Asian symbols over here. Over here, okay, over here, let's do some intuitive writing. And what I like to do, intuitive writing is just making up your own language. And I learned that, ROBYN McClendon. And so how I do mine, she does hers completely different than this. But what I do is I just take like letters and distort them like an A. I start with the letter, but then I distort it, okay? So that was an A, but I distorted it. That's a C. I did it backwards. We're going to do an E, but I'm going to do the E backwards. See? And draw some lines through it. I'll do an F, Okay, we'll do an H, but we're going to really distort the H. So you can't even tell it's that anymore. See how cool that is? And it looks very much, it looks very similar to like some of the Asian writing. It's, you know, inspired. I'm not saying it like it exactly. So I love that. Let's do some more intuitive. Let's do intuitive symbols. Well, actually, you can do intuitive symbols too, where you just make up a symbol. But I have, okay, these are a bunch of marks. These are really super simple marks. We can add some of those in. And then I have a cheat sheet of African and Native American symbols, and those can be marks also. I'm going to show them to you in just a second. Okay, and a lot of people have seen this before, but you can just look these up. One Sunday I got up, I looked these up, and I just started drawing them. Tons of them from Google. I love the serendipity, so we're going to do the separate serendipity right here. That's this symbol right here. Nice. Okay. And let's draw that serendipity over here. Beautiful. Do we have any other symbols that we want to draw? I like this one. This is energy right there. So let's do an energy one somewhere. Where can we do it? That it's going to look right. Alexa, turn off timer.
3-hour timer stopped on Kyle's third echo show.
We'll do a serendipity one right here. And this means energy. Okay, and these are all Native and African symbols. A lot of times the African and Native American symbols are very similar, and very similar in meanings too. I'm just thinking if I want to do one anywhere else. Yeah, I think we're done with those. Where's my lid? All right, and I have tons of sheets of these. Okay. Okay, so I just want to show you those, and then let's go back to my simple ones, real quick, simple, easy ones. These are the ones you may want to start out with because they're so simple. I'm going slow, so that if you want to screenshot this or just pause it so you can look at it, you can. Okay. All right, so let's take my different color pens, like this rose gold one, and let's do crosses. And I usually do a do 3 clusters of things, like 3 clusters of crosses, or whatever I'm doing when I'm doing it by hand. Okay. See if this pen works, this paint pen, and we will do let's do hashtags with this one. And these colors are the same color as the background, and that's what, you know, if you want to do this type of work and you want it to all be very cohesive, use the same colors to make your marks that are in the background, and they will all just cohesively go together. Okay. Another one is tally marks, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to use this pen. It's in brown. Let's just do tally marks. Is this pen going to work? All right, this pen's dead. Let's throw that out. We'll use this gold. And let's do tally marks. Is this working? This might be dried out too. Is it? No, it's not dried out. It just isn't showing up. So let's just keep going here. Let's see about this color. All right, let's try tally marks with this and see if what we can get it to work. Yep. And I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just tally marks. And I'll bring it in closer so you can see. This pin works nice. This little Kelly Creates pin. I like it. I like it a lot. And let's go back to this pin. And just X's. We'll just do some X's. See, these are just, those are just simple little marks. And let's do one last thing of marks and then we're done. I really enjoying this pen. Let's do some shooting stars. And shooting stars are just these, real simple. See? We'll do a few of those. Cool. And because we're sticking with the same colors that are in the background, it doesn't get real crazy, okay? Because we're sticking with those. Now, we've made enough marks on here that I'm not going to go to this, but I want to show it to you. You can also make marks with stencils. So I have some really cool stencils here. Okay, that I definitely would have used probably black paint through them. Okay, but I'm not going to use the stencils because these are Asian symbols. How cool is that? Because we have enough going on. These are more Asian symbols. Because we have enough going on. These are Delta. If you're looking for these stencils that have these Asian symbols, they're by Delta. Now, I bought these a long time ago, so I have no idea if they still make them, but you can look those up. These are Andy Skinner. Aren't they cool? Oh, phenomenal. Some of my favorite stencils. I've used the heck out of them. These are all Andy Skinner. So, look very Tim Holtz. All right, so I just want to I pulled those, but I didn't end up using those because we were already, I mean, look. We've already overdone, like I always do. That's my style. I like to throw a lot of stuff. It all goes together, but I like to use a lot of different things. But I like it to be cohesive, like it all goes, I like it to all go together. The other thing you're gonna do, and I'm not gonna do it all in here, take your Stabilo or a water soluble a Stabilo, which is nothing but a water soluble colored pencil. You can use that. You can use a you can use a water soluble crayon, and it's just, you go here around all the edges just to make everything look more just to frame everything. Put a nice little smoky border. And what I really need to do is trim. Just a second, let me trim. You know how I go over the edges? Let me trim this real quick. Okay, so you just take your Stabilo or your water soluble crayon and just go around all the edges like this. And then here's the baby wipe right there. Wet your finger. Use your baby wipe. Use your DNA. Like I said, you can also use a water brush to do that. And see what the difference that makes? And I'm not going to do it right now, but you can do it all the way around the border. Okay? All right. Next, we want to... Let's put some things in the pockets. In fact, I might have to... This is... See, it's sticking really well over here, but I may need to hot glue this here down. So... Okay, remember we had these that I've already made. They're envelope tags. Aren't they fabulous? I will connect the video on us making these. We just made them not too long ago. Okay. Yeah, that pocket has to be hot glued down. Okay. And then here's another one of those envelope tags. Beautiful. And that can go in here too. And because it's gusseted, it should be just fine if I could get my hot glue gun out, which I need to do. But look how fabulous that looks. The tags in there. I love it. All right, where's my hot glue gun? All right, you guys, I'm gonna let my hot glue gun warm up. We'll glue this down. Well, you know, let me just plug this in and let me show you what we're gonna do. And then I gotta just a second. You guys know I got way too many things plugged in this room. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now I got my hot glue plugged in, so because I'm gonna need the hot glue for a few things, because we're finishing this up. We're finishing. It only took 2 videos. I thought it was gonna maybe take 3 videos, but we are good. We are so good. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is why we need the hot glue gun. I have a piece of burlap, or a piece of corrugated cardboard. This is a piece of, this is probably a sheet that's been rust dyed. Isn't that cool? And then I took some, what do you call it? Oh, darn it. I hate when I do that. Brain goes, I'm 55, so my brain goes like whatever. Heavy gesso or molding paste. That's the word. You could also take some molding paste to this too and just run that on top of there. But at any rate, so I think I want to do something like this over here. And this all has to be hot glued down. I think. Do I want to do that? And then maybe put this on top of here. I don't know. Let me just see. Do I want to do that? Well, I was looking at it in my camera. That looks cool. We're going to do that. So that's going to be the focal point there. And then we'll keep our Coco Pelli over here. And then I have another one of these. And I thought I'd put that right here on this pocket. But I need to have, I like to always have something else nesting that this will nest on top of. So I'm going to pause you guys, let my hot glue gun heat up, and we'll be back to finish this up. Okay, you guys, we're going to finish everything up now. Okay, so I did have to hot glue this down, okay? This side was fine over here. This side over here was fine. But we need to hot glue here and here. Sometimes, and also because it lifts, because I'm getting pretty, see this? I'm getting pretty fat here. So it puts more stress on this. So sometimes you got to hot glue these down, okay? Not just double stick tape. So just do what you need to do. Okay, so I found, look how cool this is. I found all of this. This is just a bunch of scraps. I love to do this. So I found a piece of burlap. We're going to put that down first. Let me get some hot glue on here. I love me some hot glue. Hot glue is my best friend. Because most of the time I want instant adhesion with the things I do. So, and we don't want to burn ourselves, so use a little spatula. I need to get some more glue sticks. And you can get your glue sticks at Dollar Tree too. That's what it looks like. Okay. You couldn't get your glue gun at Dollar Tree, but I guess that glue gun was catching on fire. So they had to take that glue gun back. And I almost bought that glue gun too. I'm glad I didn't buy it. And the only reason I didn't buy it is because I have too many glue guns. I was like, Angela, you have too many glue guns. Don't be buying another glue gun. So I didn't buy it. And then I hear, oh, that glue gun, it catches on fire. So I'm glad I didn't buy that glue gun. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So this is just, this right here is like this netty stuff that you can get at Dollar Tree at Halloween time. And I always pick it up. But I can tell you one thing, it's hard to find. You can get it in black and you can get it like in a beigey color. But over the last few years, since coronavirus, they don't carry it at every store. And it's always like I can only find like 1 or 2 of them, maybe. It's weird. I don't understand. They used to always have it. It's to make it look like spider webbing, and you can put it all over your yard and bushes and trees and all of that. But of course, I use it for texture. And then we're going to put that there. Okay. You know what I saw? When I saw it, I thought, oh, that'd be good texture for my mixed media. That's what I thought. That's how my brain works. Look how cool that looks. And we're going to come real close to see all this stuff, okay? All right, so the first thing that needs to go down is this. All right, this piece of corrugated cardboard. And if you don't, what you can do is you can just get a box and peel the box apart. And when you peel it apart, that's when you run into this corrugated stuff, okay? Or I got lucky. I went to the back of a Dollar Tree because I'm a scoundrel. Just kidding. I'm looking for boxes because I have an eBay business. Anyway, back there they had rolls and rolls of this. So it must have come out of a box. Maybe it was in between plates. And I took 2 rolls of that for free. I mean, they actually sell this kind of corrugated cardboard stuff at the craft store. And it's not free. Okay. So next, let's put this down. This you get on a roll at Dollar Tree. Isn't it fabulous? Love this stuff. All right, so let's put this down. We'll just hit it in a couple of places with the hot glue because it's weird. It's weird to glue down. It's not. See how much holes there is? Okay, there we go. All right, next. Now we have this piece, remember? We're going to put that like maybe right there. Okay, so we'll a couple of spots of hot glue. And we'll put that down. Perfect. And then we have this little, this was all rust dyed, and this was a piece of, what was this? This is a piece of like a tablecloth that had doilies. It came off like a tablecloth that had a bunch of doilies on it. And this is just a piece that I cut off. So you guys always be saving all your fabric scraps and paper scraps. Always have a nice little bag of those around, because you can do stuff like this with scraps. This is all scraps. Even making these little page embellishers is all scraps. Scraps of paper and fabric and a button, and yeah. So keep all that stuff. And I have a video on how to make these right below this video, so you can check that out. And I'll try to put a video at the end of how to make the paper, how to make these little embellishment, scrap embellishments, page embellishments, and how to make these tags. I'll try to put that at the end. How to make these envelope tags out of envelopes. Okay. And we're all done. Look at this. Art journal page, junk journal page. Okay, let me bring you guys in closer. Not that damn close. All right, and I'll move my book around. I think that'll work. So you guys can see. Okay, so these are the tags in the pocket. See, and let me take the tags out so you can see the artwork. Okay, and there's the pocket. And then there's how this turned out here with the layers. Okay. It looks way more complicated than it is, but you guys saw me do it. It's just layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. That's all it is. Super simple. Okay, and this is this whole little entourage there. How that looks close up. And all my mark making and all the collaging, and I just love it. And while I was off camera, I went ahead. I'll show you. Let me zoom back out. While while I was waiting for the hot glue gun and I went off camera for a second, I went ahead and went all the way around on this side with the Stabilo. See how that just finishes it off? And I just got to do that to the other side. So there we go, you guys. I finished this off. What do you guys think? I love it. Remember, if you want some of my printables, that's what, like, a lot of these are printables or they're jelly prints in the background. I did a collage in the background with my printables and my original jelly prints. There's a clickable link below to my Etsy shop. You can go there. Every 5 sheets of printables is $2.50. Okay. And let me know. Let me know how you guys like this. Anything that you've learned, something different. Let me know if you're going to do this. We have a group called Our Magical Little Place. If you do any work like this, come share it with us. And it doesn't even have to be art journaling or junk journaling or mixed media. If you knit, crochet, whatever you do, come share it with us. If you have an Etsy shop, if you have a YouTube channel, you can share links and let us know what's going on. And that's it for this one, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you do so. Give this video a thumbs up. And like I said, any comments or questions, leave them below. All right? All right. Hope you guys like this one. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.